Yesterday, a Spanish city of 85,000 people watched 50,000 strangers walk in. The government says 49,000, the mayor says 60. Dozens died getting there. And Spain's prime minister, a man who built a career defending migrants, went on television and called it an attack. Every ideology gets tested by its own ideas. Pedro Sanchez's turn came this week. Hold on. Spain is in Europe, Morocco is in Africa, and there's a sea between them. So how do 50,000 people walk into Spain? Because Spain owns two cities on the North African mainland, Ceuta and Melilla, the European Union's only land border in Africa. And these aren't colonies with an asterisk. Legally, Ceuta and Melilla are as European as Madrid. The moment a foot lands on that soil, European human rights law switches on. Morocco has never accepted those cities are Spanish, and it knows exactly how much Europeans care about the rule of law. So when Rabat wants Madrid to hurt, it doesn't need an army.
Here's what nobody is reporting.
This didn't start on Thursday. It started on the 29th of June. That day, Spain's Supreme Court ruled that people arriving at Ceuta by sea can no longer be pushed straight back. Every one of them now gets the full immigration procedure. And in January, Spain opened a legalization scheme for 500,000 migrants. By July, 1.2 million had applied. That's a fuse. Somebody just had to light it.
To see who lit it, look at the board. Morocco and Algeria are enemies over Western Sahara,
And their border has been sealed since 1994. For 4 years, Spain stood in Morocco's camp, and Algeria froze Spain out. Then, on the 20th of July, Pedro Sánchez flew to Algiers and ended that freeze. 10 days later, the border at Ceuta collapsed. Coincidence is doing a lot of work in that sentence.
There's a second axis.
Morocco normalized with Israel through the Abraham Accords, and in the same stroke, Washington recognized Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara. And Spain? Under Sanchez, one of the loudest voices in the world on Palestine. This week, Israel's ambassador mocked Spain for keeping colonial enclaves in Africa, and a Spanish minister accused Israel of having a hand in this. No evidence, but look at the shape of the room. Morocco and Israel on one side, Spain and Algeria on the other. And the first punch landed at Tarajal, the one place on earth where Morocco can push people into the European Union on foot. Rabat denies engineering it, but its own security waved groups through before deciding to stop them. Now, the obvious objection. They crossed illegally. Just push them back out, right? That's not how it works in a country that runs on the rule of law, my friend. The second one of them says the word asylum. Spain is legally required to examine the claim. Even if Spain intends to reject every single one, it still has to look at every single one. And that takes months. Refuse, and Spain isn't bending a rule. It's breaking international law.
And Sanchez is a left-wing leader.
Human rights, migrants, minorities, that's the whole identity. But Italy has now suspended Schengen with Spain. Air and sea borders shut for August. Meloni wants Spain suspended outright, and Sweden, Denmark, Austria, and Finland are nodding along. France reimposed border checks the same day. And his own voters have a shorter message. If these people reach the mainland, forget re-election. And here's the part that should stop you. Within 24 hours, 48,300 of them walked back into Morocco, voluntarily. This was never an invasion. It was a demonstration. A country proving it can turn the tap and turn it off again. So Sanchez keeps the country. He does not keep the leverage. Every ideology gets tested by its own ideas. Now let's see how sincere Pedro Sánchez really is. We found out within a day. 22 European leaders, led by Italy and Denmark, signed a joint letter to Brussels demanding Spain seal its border. Sanchez didn't apologize. He answered with Europe's own numbers. By Frontex's count, Spain has one of the least porous external borders in the Union. And over the last 5 years, more people entered irregularly through Italy and Greece than through Spain. Then the fact that ends the argument. 48,000 went back to Morocco, and not one recorded illegal crossing out of Ceuta into mainland Spain. He called Europe's response selfish, and reminded them that Spain showed up for Belarus in 2021, and for Lampedusa in 2023.
And there's one thing nobody is saying out loud. A border does not open by itself. 50,000 people do not arrive at the same gate on the same morning by coincidence. Spanish intelligence saw it coming days in advance, and it happened anyway. Somebody's hand was on that gate. So the ideology held. The real question was never whether Pedro Sánchez believed what he said. It was whether Europe would let him.